Okay, so today's just a quick little project. These little flip envelopes I'm putting in our ephemera kits at the moment, just because they're sort of a bit of bang for buck in terms of how they look when you're done. You don't need to print on the other side, which is good. They're pretty much just cut and stick. I've got my glue here and hole punch, and we'll make a start. It's only going to take me a couple of minutes to do this, so we'll get started with the cutting. I don't know what it's like where you are, but we are fairly cold here at the moment in Australia. So middle of winter, it's not fun. Lots of ice and whatnot around. We're south, which in Australia means closer to the South Pole, which makes us colder. The more south you go, the colder it gets. And we're elevated too because we're inland. So, nice and chilly. My son, who is 14 at the moment, he's such a darling. He went out and put a whole lot of hot water on my windscreen yesterday so that we could just go and leave once I was ready and we're ready to go. And poor kid, we got the windscreen defrosted, or he thought it was defrosted, and then we left 10 minutes later, and by the time we left it was all refrozen and we had to do it all again. Never mind, he's such a helpful kiddo. He did it again without grumbling too much. So that was good, but the patterns on the windscreen were just gorgeous with the frost. So kind of enjoyed that part of it, but the rest wasn't so good. All right, how are we going? So my printer's cut off a little bit on this side, so I'm kind of a bit concerned it's not going to be wide enough there. I played around with the settings a little bit, which, you know, is not always such a good idea. I thought if I could make it a bit bigger, just extend it a little bit, make it a bit larger and resize it. I guess we'll find out in a minute if that was foolish or not. Might have been foolish. Nowhere to know just yet. All right, so these are cutting around there, and then they're fairly simple. Let's just fold this one up there. So that gives us our back to it, which is kind of cool. So that's why we don't need to put a backing on. And then we fold the pockets in, and soon we'll find out if that's going to be a problem that I cut that piece off with the printer. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so given that I resized it to fit it. Okay, live and learn, hey. I'll put that on the inside. There we go. What I'm going to do is just trim this one down so that these ones meet. And go around. Okay, so that's going to be our back. Trim that down a little bit too, so everything fits in well. Kind of wondering about that. It doesn't look too bad being a little bit short. Okay, what I'm going to do is cut off this one here because we don't actually need it. Oh no, we do need it actually, don't we? Put that one in there, and that, and that, and that. Yeah, and that sticks to there. Yeah, we are going to need it. Okay. I don't like extra gluing because it just adds bulk to everything. So if I can sort of work out ways of shortcutting around it so we don't need to glue anything extra, we don't have any extra tabs we need to use, I find it just makes your product just a little bit thinner, which is good. All right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, where was I? Alrighty, so I'm gluing this side there. And my glue's not coming through. So that's a bit unfortunate. What am I going to do? Fix that and come back on camera. That's like what I'm going to do. Alrighty, so I'm gluing this side. Right there. And my glue's not coming through. So that's a bit unfortunate. What am I going to do? Fix that and come back on camera. That's like what I'm going to do. Okay, so now for some gluing. Side in. And this side. Side in. There we go. There's my little envelope. And I've got a couple of little bits of ephemera. Might see what I've got in terms of backing paper that I can stick these on, just to give them a bit of rigidity. Let me have a look and see what I've got. What I'm going to do is just cut it up and glue them on to this, and then that'll give me a little bit of rigidity for these guys. I'll just do some chopping. Okay. Do I want the barcode or do I want the slightly waxed feel? Choices. I'm thinking maybe one of each. Hey, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? All right, so more glue. I might just cut off some of the extras before we go round. Oops, got a little bit carried away there. Never mind. Okay. I had a bigger one of these. I've managed to lose it, and now my glue's not coming through again. Here we go. Give it a big squish. Hopefully the whole top doesn't bounce off. All right, that is coming through. Is it? Yeah, no. I don't want to put too much on because it ends up warping the paper. But if I just put it on like this and spread it really thinly, I shouldn't have a problem. Okay, so I'm going to do one this side. And the other one, the other side. Just cut it roughly. And then once they're dry, we'll go and cut it again. Cutting them together just means we get a much nicer edge to it. Okay, so that's there. I'm going to go this side, this one. I really need to find that other glue dispenser, you know. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? All right. Okay. Glue, glue, glue. Where's the edge of that one? About there. So we go this way. It'll be all good. What I might do is let these dry. I was hoping to do it all in one hit, but oh well. Let these dry. And then once they're dry, and I've got the glue off my hands, we'll come back and finish it off. So I'm back. I actually split these into two because I had a little concern that I actually pasted them back to back, but I haven't, so that's good. The bad news is that despite all the glue I put on the back of here, this did not want to stick to the slightly waxy paper. So I'm going to have to glue it on the same side as this, and then we're going to have to find some way of decorating this somehow. Maybe stamps would work? I don't know. We can try that. Let's have a go at this first though. Stick this to here. Let that dry, come back. Oh no, while we're waiting for that, we can cut the other one, can't we? So I'm just going to, man, I really need to find my other thing. My bigger one. That's the thing though, I find that I had a little tidy up while I was waiting for these to dry, and I found some cool things in my stash that I forgot I had. It was just a little bit like Christmas in almost July. So that's one of the upsides of not being the tidiest person, I guess, is that you buy yourself little presents to find later. All right. Let's get this lady stuck down. I'll try and get as much of this pretty stuff behind her as I can. Oh, it's not going to show though, is it? All right, okay. So she's stuck on there drying. I'm going to come back and cut this one out. I've got my thinking cap on to decide how I'm going to decorate the other side, given the waxy surface doesn't want to be glued to. Okay. It's certainly adding some rigidity to these. So that's a nice little card now. He's quite cute. Alrighty, we can put him in. There we go. Wait for this one to dry and then we can put her in. While we're waiting for that, I might have a go at the top of this. Let's go with the hole punch. Oh, why am I not? Oh, okay, there we go. I'll line it up. Here we go. Come out whole. Did I not do that well enough? I didn't do that well enough. Let's take the back off so I can see what I'm doing, hey? Line that up again. Right, give it a good squeeze this time. Hopefully it'll come out. Yeah, I'm not having much luck today, am I? That doesn't want to come out. That's all right. There's a hole in there, and here we go. Snip that bit off. All good. Alrighty. So I've got a hole. I could put an eyelet in there, maybe. Possibility. Might do that later. But for now, I think I've got this little bit of stuff. So I'm just thinking, let's roll it up and see if we can squish it through. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's through. Can I pull the other bits through? There, is that going to work? And through they come. That one's ended up short. How did that happen? I give that one an extra pull. Okay, so that's our little guy there. He's coming on. We've got a little tag there. I love the greens in here. They're just so pretty. Anyway, put that back in. What else have I got to decorate? So these are some of the things I came across that were kind of exciting. I found these little pins. Kind of aged. A black one might look nice. I've got to decide what I'm going to pin on it. I did have some little cards. Why is this not? Oh, here we go. I'll just pin that on for now, then I can decide what I'm going to pin on with that. I found some tickets. Now, these were originally sold to me as, like, not fakes, but I don't know if I believe that. They do look a bit old, don't they? Maybe they are real. Oh, no, they're kind of cool. But I was thinking a purple and a green one. What's that? Is that, oh, red behind? Yeah, cool. Might look nice just sticking out of here. And the other thing I found, I had a good look. Did you see what all the things that came out when I had a good look through my stash? So maybe one of these purple guys would be nice. Maybe that's what I can pin on. Or maybe I can loop it through here. Maybe not. Am I overcomplicating things? What do you think? Sometimes I just keep adding till it just gets too messy, and then I have to pare it back a bit. Maybe. I don't know. You know, this is junk journaling. Like, can you ever really add too many things to it? I don't think so, really. Okay, I'll put that through there. It's got a little tag. Not sure about this guy. Might take him off anyway. How's our lady going? Oh, she's almost dry. I think I'm going to cut anyway because I'm impatient and I just want to see what it's going to look like finished. It's not quite dry, but it's dry enough. Dry enough will do. Okay, cut her round, round. Okay, so there's our lady. She can slide in there too. So we're looking pretty full, aren't we, with the tickets and the things. Oh, I could put a wax seal here. It would be nice, maybe. Or with that, oh, I like this pattern a bit. What to do? Could put some lace there. I think that might be overkill. The other thing I could do is put a hole through this guy and put him on there. And that would decomplicate this. That might be a good idea. Let's try that. This is what I quite like about this, is you just have a go, and if you don't like it, you just change it. But then I'm going to need to put a hole through this nice sort of design there. But you can't put them on the end. That'll look a bit weird. I think I might leave that as is. I think that's probably enough, actually. Just make those look pretty. I think I'm going to call that a day. I did like the black, touch of the black with the pin. I might just put the pin in there just for a little black touch. And if I come across something later, like a little bead or something, might be nice to hang on to that. I can put that on later on, but I think that's it for now. I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? Do you think that looks all right? Could go over it with some ink. Maybe could be fun. Still trying to work out if I can fit that in, because I like the texture of this and it's shiny. I don't have anything shiny here. It's all very matte. So kind of the shiny on the matte looks good, but I'm just not too sure how to incorporate it. So I'm going to leave it be for now. But I think that's me done for this little project. Thanks for watching along.